Make a fire instantly without any redstone visible. Hey guys, it's Chad. You might know, if you're looking at this fire tutorial video, that you can easily set down a dispenser with flint and steel in it and create fire. But if your design calls for a much simpler and nicer look to it, look no further.
What is this inconspicuous button? I bet it's going to be this thing that we're going to build today. Boop! Fire! So this is a way to create fire without any redstone visible. It's really, really cool, and I could see this being used for possibly really cool lighting effects, like maybe you wanted to have a cool entrance where fire popped up out of the ground, or maybe a fireplace at your house, or maybe like a horror map or something like that. This is just a really, really cool and seamless design. So how does it work? Well, all the redstone is obviously down there. And first you need to build a hole that is 5 by 3, and then 5 down. Okay, once you have built your hole, keep in mind that this first layer is going to be recovered up. So don't try to build anything there. And also have in mind which side you want the block to switch from. You can do it from either side. Just keep in mind the ordering that I go in. It could and so anyway, just let's just assume that this block right here is going to be the block that swaps out. Well, then we're going to start on the opposite side and go down to the middle of the wall, directly in the middle. This is your input block. I'm going to go ahead and put a button on there, but this could be powered from a different location. Go ahead and put a redstone torch on that, and then build out a temporary block on either side, and then the actual block platform right there, and 2 blocks directly in the middle right there. You're going to put redstone repeaters with 1 delay on them. That's 2 ticks delay, and just 1 little notch back. Then you're going to put redstone torches on either block with redstone on the top. Then you're going to grab some sticky pistons and put 1 on one wall and 1 on the other wall, both pointing towards the replacement block. And then 1 more sticky piston directly opposite of the torch, facing upwards, like that. So it'll make that sort of situation. Now we're going to need to put some more repeaters coming off of the source block. Put down a block and a repeater with no extra delay. And then on the other one, you're actually going to have to take a observer and point it upwards towards the sky. So you'll see that little red dot right there. Then we need to escape. Go ahead and fill up that. And while you're down here, go ahead and put a block directly below that observer. And then put your redstone repeater directly on the face of that observer block. Now back down below, we're going to take a repeater and point it away from the block that we put underneath the observer and give it an extra bit of delay. That'll be pointing into another block with a redstone torch on the side, a block above that redstone torch, and then a redstone torch on top of that block right there. That will power this piston. Next, we need to lock this, because this will also set off our dispenser that will dispense the fire charge to light the nether rack up above. So we're going to put a repeater on full delay pointing into the side of that other repeater. Give it a little bit of a redstone trail at the end. Then underneath your source block, remember this is the first block with the button, go ahead and break 2 blocks. This is so that you can get underneath that button and put a sticky piston facing downwards, and then put an observer block facing the that way away towards those pistons there, and make sure that red dot is pointing to the left-hand side like it is. These 2 blocks you actually need to leave empty, and that's because we're going to be putting a sticky piston right here and a redstone block right here, And that observer is going to cause a 1-tick pulse, which will allow this to flop back and forth, causing that repeater to lock. And so if there is a block underneath this piston, when it goes down, it'll actually power that block powering the piston, and the timing will not work out. Now, you need to put down your nether rack, and all you have to do that is to break this redstone temporarily, place your nether rack in there, and then replace the redstone. And remember which side of the build that I'm doing this on, because timing will matter. And then place your dispenser facing upwards right underneath that middle piston. There you go. And you know you got it right because if you did it to the side, you would see, whoops, I'm having trouble actually getting it to go to the side. You would see 2 tones on, there you go. So if you were wondering if it's facing up, see the 2 tones of the texture right there. But if it's facing up, it'll just be that one solid. And then take your fire charges and place them into the dispenser. Remember, these can be crafted, so they're pretty easy to get. Now, it should be all ready to go. All you have to do is hit the button, and it fires off a fire charge. And then when the other block is in place, it doesn't fire off a fire charge. Works really fantastically to not waste too many fire charges. And then, of course, as you saw in the first build, you can just cover all of this up. And if you want a button on the top, you can destroy that button, replace it with redstone, put a block above it, and then put a button on the top. If you just want the simple thing that I did right there, you can also, of course, break that redstone. You could, of course, power this block by running redstone to it from a different location. So if we wanted to put the button over here and press it, then it would do the same thing. So you can power this from other locations. Really, all in all, I think is a really cool effect.
Big thanks to Blockreation for building this. You can check out his original video in the description down below. Please click through, follow through, and subscribe to him for the awesome redstone design. Make sure you also leave a like on this video, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and subscribe to OMG Craft for future tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights. See you next time on OMG Craft. Bye.